Greetings, this is Bloodrill and welcome to the first look for the demo of Endzone 2. Now I played this game a few months back actually, the first one. And I mostly liked it, had some issues, but it was decent. Curious to see, I didn't even realize they were making a sequel. Let's check it out. Has some slow loading for some reason. Actually, I think I made a review for this game. Preview. Yeah, it was really good. I really liked the art. The way you build your city. Again, it had some issues, but in general, I felt it was a pretty good post-apocalyptic survival game. Well, city builder game, I guess.
I'm pleased to meet you. I'm going to look over your shoulder while you help our settlers set up a new home. By the way, I'm Ella. Out here in the wasteland, you'll find ruins and other interesting places. More important, however, is that we find a suitable site where we can establish a settlement.
Okay. This area displays orders and warnings for the entire game map. This information is always available. Cool. Select. Wow, this is new. You started with a complete. Well, complete. With a settlement already in the way. Don't remember a vehicle last time.
On my way.
Loot ruin. Maximum. Loop, loop, loop. Oh, have specific. Well, we have 150. That's fine.
At the moment, all our settlers are in the Pathfinder, and you can explore the surrounding area with them. But time is tight. When the water in the Pathfinder is used up, everyone inside will die of thirst.
Okay. Is there a map? Not with them. I guess this is the map, sort of. Warnings, settlers and vehicles. Okay. Let's go left, I guess.
Got it.
Well, the road ends. But I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Am I looking for an area like that?
Got it.
Like something with... Oh, nice. Water. Cool.
Let's go.
I'm guessing I'm looking for a specific thing.
Let's go.
And I'm guessing following the road will get us there.
On my way.
So how do I see the water? Oh, okay.
On my way.
217. 116.
Let's go.
114. Okay, that went rather fast. Loot ruin. Okay.
Got it.
Oh, I'm supposed to go that way?
Okay.
Wait. I see. Alright, my bad. The turn is rather slow.
Got it.
We have found a new zone.
Well,
Take
that
a
was easy.
when you get a chance. It might be worth it to build a new settlement on it.
Zone properties. The properties of the currently viewed habitable area are displayed above the map. It is worth taking a look at this before settling. The individual pieces of information can be clicked to jump to the respective position with the camera. So have 1 clay, 2 fertile soil, 2 swampland. Swamp clan, not great. I guess we can come this way. What is my vehicle? Hello? I can't. Okay. How do I move on and settle it? Okay, can I get back to my vehicle, please? I have no idea. Yes. Alright. So, let's see. I'm gonna go that way. Probably need a water source too.
Got it?
Can I zoom out? Yes, I can. Alright. Alright.
All clear.
We'll do it here because there is some water. Where the fuck are you going, my dude?
I'm at the wheel.
What are you doing? This way. Finding. That
On my way.
could have been a bit smoother.
On my way.
Why? I can't actually move there.
On my way.
What the?
Let's go. Let's go.
I guess I'll try that. I don't know what's going on. Can I save? Takes way too long to save, by the way, and load. Again, this is the demo for the early access, right? So it's not even in early access, let alone released. Yeah, you can't transition. You can't go from there to there.
I'm at the wheel.
Okay, let's try this.
This transfer point serves as an access point for vehicles and connects your zone with the surrounding wasteland. Look for an ascent on
What is that?
the new zone where you can place the access point.
Wamp. Oh, I see. You can only put it here or something.
You have to find a location that is supposed to become the center of the settlement. Once chosen, you won't be able to change the location again. As a result, make sure you place the town center near key resources such as water, trees, and debris remnants. First off, we have to ensure survival. We need water so that we don't die of thirst. Build a
Okay.
tank by a body of water and assign enough workers that our supply is secure.
Yep. Jesus. Some production buildings allow you to display an overview of their production chains. By clicking several times on the number on the bottom corner, you can focus the camera on all buildings of a type. Okay. How do I rotate? How do I rotate this? Okay. I don't understand how to rotate this. I'm pressing the middle mouse button, but maybe it doesn't work consistently, I don't know. Okay, assign 3 water carriers, it says. I don't know how to do that. Can I build a road? Okay, how do I... Okay, go away. All right.
It produces water as long as workers are assigned to it. Always make sure that sufficient water is available. If the supply runs low, assign more settlers to work at the jetty.
15 settlers, okay.
Water alone is not enough to survive. We need to eat too. Build a foraging hut near trees and assign manpower to it as well, so that the workers...
What trees? Not a lot of trees around. I guess this will do. Can I build roads now? Nope. Okay. Low water. What happened to our vehicle?
New instructions?
You can use it afterwards too. Interesting. I guess I should have built that like over here or something. But whatever. This is quite different from the previous game. Assign foragers.
The foraging hut produces food as long as there are sufficient resources in its vicinity. If a region's resources are used up at some point, you can relocate the work area of a foraging hut at any time. We need building materials to be able to build new buildings in the future too. The woodcutting lodge cuts down trees, which produces wood. If you run out of trees at some point...
Okay. We want this to eat, so we'll go here. I do like that you can zoom the hell out in this game. Again, a lot of builder games do not let you zoom as much, which annoys me. I want to be able to zoom pretty close to be able to see things better for immersion sake too. But yeah, man, I really hope this is as good as the first game, which again was pretty good game. Especially with a very unique art style.
Your woodcutting lodge is already producing. By the way, A production site can produce faster when it stands near a depot. Although you don't have any depots, the town center has the same effect. Besides wood, the most important building material is scrap. That's what the scrapyard.
Okay. Okay, this 10,000, 13,000. I can't build it there. That will do. Maybe not. Alright, fine. We're definitely building in a much different way, in a more different way, whatever. From the first game, everything is far away from each other. Well, the first game, it was the typical, you make everything very close.
Well done. On the other hand, our settlers are still sleeping out in the open. We ought to change that before we enlarge this settlement any further.
We need houses.
Belongs to one of 3 settlement branches. The more buildings that stand in one settlement branch of the settlement, the more these buildings progress in that branch. This progress enables us to do research on new buildings from that branch. More about, but that's
Okay.
production buildings that have a dwelling from the same settlement branch nearby function distinctly more effectively too.
What does that mean? What branch? I don't know what the branches are.
If an ecological tent stands next to a jetty, then the jetty functions more effectively. In contrast,
Okay.
and woodcutting lodge profit from economic tents.
Well, that's new. Economic tents, ecological tents, social dwelling. +3 society, +3 ecology. +3 economy, but it doesn't say here which building. Like she told us about these 3 buildings. Oh, you can see it. Oh, it has the icon here. Yeah, you see that? Where's the other thing I built? Over here, right? Yeah. Okay, again, I'm building all over the place. It's gonna be interesting. We need 2 more. I guess can be a couple of social too. New research available for ecology. Another one?
As they have enough housing,
No.
our settlers will reproduce and have children. Children are tomorrow's manpower and can work as soon as they've grown up. Our settlement is thriving. Now we want to produce a new resource, plastic. Build a recycler to do that. If the scrapyard is nearby, the recycler produces faster.
Okay, does it tell you that somewhere? Building efficiency, maybe that's it. Scrapyard is over here. It also gets the plus icon. Nice animations too.
Buildings that process resources work faster when they are located near their source.
That makes sense.
Needs scrap to manufacture plastic. That's why it benefits from being near the scrapyard. The toolmaker not only needs scrap, but wood as well. It's best when both resources are produced near him. But don't worry,
Yeah,
if you're not able to place him perfectly. Naturally,
actually,
he'll attend to his work anyway.
maybe. A toolmaker. Toolmaker. Not. Almost. Huh? Ah. There we go. Nice. That goes completely, you know, balak. Of course. Didn't really plan that. How are we doing? Water pretty good, food pretty good. Wood not that great, but we're building constantly, so. 6 children, 16 adults.
Very good. Now we have plastic and tools, things which are needed in some buildings for production. They are also important to be able to build more complex buildings in the first place. The settlement is growing, and soon the supplies won't be sufficient anymore. More settlers consume
Okay.
water too.
Fishery.
Build a fishery to support the foraging hut.
Okay, just checking if you can put it there. Okay, now that's better. Assign water carriers, one more. Bloop. Assign fisherman, 2. And again, like the first game, I like how everything is made of scraps. It's not clean. It's pretty dirty. This is post-apocalyptic environment, so everything is, you know, made by whatever we can find.
Though the fishery is more effective than the foraging hut, it constantly uses up tools for its production.
Oh, really?
If there are no tools, then the fishery
That's not great.
Conversely, the fishery produces faster when tools are produced near it.
Okay.
We also need cloth to be able to set up more tents. Cloth is produced from fibers, and we have to grow them first. To do this, build a plantation in the vicinity of fertile soil.
What?
The only way you can create a field is on fertile
I made that, right? But I didn't make it here. Let's see what it is. Yes. Yeah, not even close to here. Okay. I don't know why the saving is so slow. Plantation in the vicinity of fertile soil. And what is fertile soil? This is swamp. Fertile soil is green. I don't see any fertile soil. Oh, over there. Over there too. This would have been a better area to build now that I see it. A lot of wood, a lot of water, fertile soil. Well, too late now. Anyway, this is a demo, doesn't matter. Instruct the plantation to lay out a cultivation area, assign gardeners. Okay. I don't love the soundtrack. I remember liking the soundtrack in the first game. So far, it's not doing it for me here. It's not bad, it's just, I don't know. It shows you also ecology. Okay, I guess that's how you know how to build around it. The 100, okay. There we go.
Well done. Up till now, we can only grow fibers. But if we find more types of seeds, then we can cultivate them on the plantation too.
Yeah, this was a much better area. All information about the currently viewed settlement is displayed here. What is here? This one? This one? I don't know. The status of the settlement as well as the resources stored. The resources displayed can be changed by clicking left click. That's nice. Cool. Alright.
The fibers are crafted into cloth at a weaving mill. This requires water in addition to fibers. So make sure that sufficient supplies of water are always available.
Weaving mill. Again, we are not making any roads so far, which is interesting. We're full on water. I want to build some water gathering things, but they are locked yet. We'll wait, I guess. Or I can, you know, make it faster. Faster. I think that was one of the slowest constructions so far.
Great. Now you can set up more tents for our settlers to create space for new inhabitants. This is necessary too, because we're going to need a lot of hard-working hands. Keep in mind to place the tents near the appropriate production buildings so that they can function more effectively.
Yep. More shelters. Cool. So we need one economic tent. And this needs lack of resources. We need cloth. I guess we need to wait until they make some. Put it all in. Pricing, etc. We can remove them afterwards. For now, we need them to be faster. Wow, this will take a while. Alright. One economy. This is that one, right? Yeah. Come on. Weave faster. One more. What do we have here? These are the social ones. Lack of storage capacity. Okay. Cool. We need that depot.
To our joint efforts, our little settlement is soon not going to be so little anymore. If the population increases, then the settlement supply situation has to grow too. Apart from
Okay. Build a well. Must be built in a swamp area. Interesting. Okay. Does it matter? What is plus 001, plus 002, plus 003? I don't know. Is it the speed? I think it is. And we need something else too. But another building that builds food. I guess I can build another fishery. If you could just, for the love of God, turn. Trying to put it close to that, but
the supply situation is stable. Soon our depots will be filled to the brim.
what depots? We're already filled to the brim.
Depots are full. You have to increase their capacity. There is a depot for water, one for food, and one for all other materials.
Okay. What cistern? Boya. Food. Food. And what was the other one? Material. Okay.
Each depot increases the maximum number of resources that can be stockpiled at a settlement. When your depots are full, buildings cannot produce any further. Besides the short distance to a depot, good availability is important for production buildings. A production site produces more effectively when it is connected to the town center by a road.
I'm gonna see how much does it hold. I don't know. Time for roads. Yeah, my buildings are all over the place though.
Super! The more buildings you connect via your road network, the more stable the production at your settlement is going to be able to run. When our economy thrives, it uses up more resources too. Luckily, we're able to have our wood grow back again. We have the tree nursery for that.
What is the other? Where they are?
The water is running out. If nothing changes, it'll be the end of us. We've got to do something.
Why is the water running out? Then I build a well. I guess I'll also build another jetty. Okay. Tree nursery. Okay. Double it wherever. I guess. Will that build the forest?
Awesome. The tree nursery will plant trees within its work area that can
Yep.
be used again by the
Cool.
woodcutting lodge.
The needles of the Geiger counters begin to swing hotter. A sharp increase in radiation is going to occur soon. We should start to get sufficient protective clothing ready.
Oh no. I had hoped we'd have more time. Now we have to act fast. We need protective clothing to shield us against radiation.
Okay. I need coal. There is 5 tools which I do not have. I guess I built it wherever. What is the tool thingy? Do love that you can do that. That is super useful. This is something all games of the sort should have. Because a lot of them you can't find where the hell. Like, I've been playing El Dorado, which comes out in a week. And it's hard to see where the fuck your buildings are. This is amazing, actually. Boop, here it is. Boop, here it is. Good shit.
Coal is made from wood. When wood gets scarce, assign more settlers to the woodcutting lodge, or build a second one.
Boop, here it is. Again, very cool.
The tailor shop can make protective
Great choice.
coal and cloth. They ought to be sufficient at first. Our settlement already produces cloth, and you've just...
Okay. You know what I kinda actually like? That the settlement is in this big area, but it's all over the place. It's not just like 5 buildings next to each other. It's basically little villages. Pretty cool. Maybe you're not supposed to do it like that again. Like if I did it here, I would have everything I need probably here. But it's cool. Tailor workshop. Need something we don't have. 5 tools. Yeah, you get that here. Cool. 4 tools. One more, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Interesting that this takes social.
Good.
Okay.
The protective clothing is truly a blessing. It is issued to the settlers automatically. If a settlement is contaminated and
How do we have low water again?
mean the end of the settlement.
I didn't put people there. That might be it. Can I see 64 per minute, but how much do I need?
Been confirmed. The radiation levels are rising sharply.
Like there must be a way to see, oh, you are consuming X amount of water and now you're getting Y amount. I didn't put people here too. Why do I not have any water? Okay,
The higher the radiation level,
never mind.
the better we have to protect our settlers. If the protective clothing is not sufficient at some point, the inhabitants' exposure to radiation rises. When the radiation exposure gets too high, our settlers will gradually die,
Yep.
regardless of whether due
Medical
to
tent.
a poor supply situation or simply getting too old.
Alright,
Sooner
that's not what I expected. Cemetery. Which we don't have whatever the hell it needs. Tools probably, yep. Tools forever. Come on. There we go. I guess I had to stay here in order to... Alright. This is not getting built. Why? Oh. That is why. Okay, we have enough of you. Sorry about that. So I'm guessing the more we have, the... Definitely need the water, so I can't cut from that. Definitely need that. Those are coal. Where is our coal? Not a lot. Can cut from the food probably. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. Because we have a lot. Now the soundtrack is growing on me. Okay. Designate an area for graves.
Thanks a lot. Now we have a place place to mourn and commemorate.
Did we really need to put 100 graves down? That'd be seems a bit overkill.
I think we've put down roots here and can start to upgrade the settlement further. We need stone
All right.
able to extract clay to be able to perform research.
Oh, expeditions. Okay.
To track down ancient.
This is also something I liked
The thing is,
from the previous game.
you can start an expedition at some of the ruins there. If you've examined the ruin thoroughly enough, you receive one or more knowledge points.
Okay. Send a vehicle to collect knowledge. We only have one vehicle,
Engine running.
and I don't think we can get in here.
Got it.
I guess we'll send it over there.
Let's go.
But there are a bunch of buildings in here, so that doesn't make any sense. We'll be able to explore these areas. Maybe you do it elsewhere with another form of, I don't know, interaction. I think I liked expeditions better previously.
Engine
I do like that you control this, but if I remember correctly from the previous game, you actually gave them stuff to have with them, tools, etc. You picked people and you made choices, stuff like that. So far it seems go there looting. What? I don't want the ruin, I want the fucking... Where is my... I can't see it actually. Where is my vehicle?
Engine running.
Wow, that was well hidden.
Got it.
So far these are just resources.
Got it. Let's go.
How do you get a knowledge point?
Let's go. Got it.
This doesn't seem to use any fuel.
Take a look at it when you get a chance. It might be worth it to build a new settlement on it.
No. No, I don't want to build a new settlement. I guess I can loot it. Alright, you know what? I think that's good enough for the demo. Again, kinda plays differently than the first one, but has some of the good stuff of the first one. Again, this is a demo for early access, so it's nowhere near close to prime time. Didn't get any bugs.
All clear.
The game runs very smoothly, except for the saving and loading, which was, for some reason, start expedition. There we go. Very slow.
Apparently, this construction site was converted into a clay pit after
Okay, there we go. That's what I want.
it's abandoned now. Maybe we can get it back in operation again. Let's go.
That's interesting. So they went more in depth. Before it was, oh, this happened or that happened. Now you do it manually.
On the road.
Nice.
This half of the bucket belongs to the crane. Maybe it can be attached?
No, we want that one.
That worked!
Okay, there we go.
I'll do it.
Sleeping
Was
quarters.
fitted with new tires. Apparently someone used that thing to transport clay. Unfortunately, it's useless now.
I need to connect that to that somehow. Right.
This half of the bucket belongs to the crane. This half of the bucket belongs
Okay.
to the crane. Maybe it can be attached? Let's go.
Would be nice if you automatically use the ladder.
It worked. This crane looks like it could still work, but we need electricity for that. This crane looks like it
This is a lot more in depth
electricity for that.
than before. That is pretty cool. On the time pauses, and basically this is a
Let's go.
mini game, if you like, or a more, you know, RPG thingy. That's interesting. That is pretty interesting.
Let's go.
I did not expect that.
We'll pack it.
Okay, I see a generator.
Someone has used this generator to power the crane. The generator
Ah,
is
nice.
supplied with power again and is ready for use.
Yeah, this is fucking cool.
On the road.
Leave you for last.
The crane is still usable. We can rotate it. Done.
Yep, there. Okay. How do I... There we go.
I'll do it. This half of the bucket belongs.
What?
Bucket headstock is intact again.
Total progress 50%. What more do I need? I'm gonna have the video after this, by the way. I'm going to do this. It's fun.
We'll pack it.
57%. Didn't see anything else unless I can use that
On the road.
on something, maybe.
The generator is running. The crane is supplied with power again and is ready for use. Done! The pit is free and clear now.
Nice.
The pit is free and clear now. On the road! Let's go!
Can I not go down?
On the road!
I guess not. We can do that or that. Maybe this is empty. I thought that was something, but...
On the road!
Yeah, this is really good. Good job. Again, I really like the first game too.
The crane at the pit is free and
Ooh. There's definitely something there.
can't do it like this.
What do we need?
Can't do it.
Do I need to bring it up?
The generator is running. The crane, the pit is free and clear now. The pit is free and clear now. That worked! The pit is free and clear now.
Resources are constantly being produced and can be transported away by vehicles. Wow.
Will do.
I guess that's why you set up transport routes, which we saw before.
It worked.
92. What am I missing? Oh, I
can't
guess
do it.
now I can use all the ladders. Couldn't before, but now that everything is cleared, I can. Alright. So that's a good loot. Not bad.
Let's go.
Transfer all.
Our explorers have extensively explored this ruin and consequently received one knowledge point. We can also use that point to research the kinds of technologies that require knowledge points. To be able to research a technology also means that our settlement branches need to be far enough advanced. Build additional buildings which are allocated to the branch in order to make progress at that branch. But when it comes to researching the clay pit, our settlement ought to have made sufficient progress.
To that. Maybe? I have no idea how this works. I guess the game will teach you, but for now it doesn't matter. Research clay, yeah, how do I do that? Oh. Okay. Turn around. To build something to research? Oh no. I don't. Okay. Clay pit. Servants to obtain clay from the surrounding area. Ooh, and it's costly. Damn, tools gonna be an issue, I guess. Alright, so I will end here. The first look for the demo of Endzone 2. Really liked it. As I said, the first game is really good too. I'll put on the wish list for when it comes out. You can check it out yourself if you want to. There is a demo to be used for all people. So I'll put the link in the description below. Check it out. Wish list it if you like it. It always helps the developers. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like, you know the drill. See you next time. Bye bye.